Hi, today's reading is sponsored by my beautiful Patreons, thank you so much, and by Keen, an online platform for psychic advisors, tarot readers, mediums, and other intuitives and psychics with various gifts for you to explore. I recently got a reading from the gifted psychic Adelaide over on Keen, and she was quite spot on and straightforward in the way she gave her answers to me that I was looking for regarding my own journey and how I could proceed more easily. So I really recommend Keen. And as many of you know, I sometimes just don't have the availability or to be there right away for you or to cater all of your needs. For example, love readings. I just don't do those. Not in that sense. To me, it's all about the higher perspective of things. But Keen has advisors that read specifically into those things. Choose from all the different readers that they have there, which reader is for you and which will give you a deeper understanding of your situation. To do is create an account and choose from the hundreds of readers that are available to you right this second. A special bonus that I discussed with Keen is they'll give you a huge discount when you're using the link that I'll post down in the description box for you. It's $1.99 for 10 minutes, which gives you up to $99 in savings. They also have another neat feature where they're just sending you discounts on a regular basis, and you can make use of those. If you feel so inclined, just click the link in the description box down below and it'll take you straight to Keen and give you some answers maybe. Bye guys.
Hello, my friends. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends. This is our new moon in Virgo reading happening on the 27th of August. Let me just hop in and say, like, the organs they could be affected or be more sensitive is the pancreas, the small intestine, the digestive tract. And our feelings of safety comes from order and clarity right now, even when it comes to our emotions. So it's a chance to also accept imperfections, right? So Virgo is very much organized and everything. Wow, now it's really starting to smoke here. Wow, that was crazy. That's my chopal. Oops. Whoopsies. Alright, just get that off the table. That really started to go off right now. Wow. Let me put that in here so it's not going too crazy. All right. So it's a chance for us to accept imperfection, to not only, it's order is all good and well, but there's a point where, yeah, not everyone is like that, and you are not like that all days either. No matter how Virgo-esque you are, there are always times when we don't feel like it, right? And it's talking about this and accepting it in others, so it's a good chance to accept, to be forgiving, to be in a place of more compassion, really. What I was getting for you is let it go, let it go, let them go too, in case we're talking about any toxicity that arises within the people that are surrounding you or brief encounters. If they're leaving, it's a blessing, really. And you may have encountered a rude person. This is interesting. Or for the case that you're encountering a rude person, just let them go. Don't bother. Put up an energetic mirror if you want to. The way you do it, you just imagine. What I do is, like, I imagine like a black mirror. So it's like, it doesn't even get to me, the energy. It really helps me separate this so they can be reflected. So that mirror, let me rephrase that. So I don't act as that mirror anymore, because that's what we're doing to each other. It's a permanent and perfect reflection all the time, so that I don't serve as their mirror reflection. I'm putting up that mirror so they can see themselves, but not within me, but within that mediator that I use as this black mirror. So this could be a technique you might want to try. Yeah, but just let this go. Like, don't bother with it for too long. It's not worth your energy, right? Just work through the emotions that this causes within you quickly, and just let it go if you can, right? And it's easy that way. You can also do a ho'oponopono. That is also indicated here. So with yourself or with the other person, and then you just let it go, because it's really not worth it, and you don't want to keep like fussing with it. It's not really not worth it. It's like a botherance, but then you just let it go. So it's like, okay, good riddance. Okay. Alrighty-o. You have, I pulled in the pre-shuffle two cards for you. You have, first of all, belief, and then you have the celestial quartz, become inimitable. So, I love that card immediately as I pulled it. First of all, because of the coloring, but then also because it hasn't been out before, and also because it's just like become inimitable, become, you know, become yourself basically, like the person that you were shaped to be here on this planet over centuries, really. And I really loved it. There was also the owl peeking through. And interestingly enough, we finished the Virgo, no, not the Virgo reading, the Cancer reading with the owl, with the wise one. And it's interesting because that card is talking about that a little bit. You may be drawing like, you know how you, Chinese art, like the, I don't know how to describe it. It's like exactly like this, right? When you use like just one brush and it's very artistic and you're expressing a lot by doing actually very little, but it takes years to perfect that technique. You may be doing it, or you may be interested in, you know, in trying it, or it could also literally be denoting to something that you've tried, but it takes years or centuries to perfect, right? So deep in the heart of the earth, celestial forms, layer by uneven layer. Perhaps in the distant past of her beginning she was a regular quartz, but after centuries of responding to ever-present change in temperature, moisture, and even the shifting of tectonic plates, she has flowed and morphed into unexpected shapes and textures. If we allow it, this is what life does to teach of us, building our unique knowledge and wisdom until we become celestial ourselves. Allow the world to teach you, this grandmother stone whispers. Grow into your own inimitable self. Wisdom is a byproduct of your own becoming. And like I said, it's interesting that we finished the Cancer reading with the wise one, right? Wisdom is a byproduct of your own becoming. So there may be something in the Cancer reading for you. The ritual that this comes with and the reflection, the ritual is be with the rocks. Oh, this is so interesting. Oh my goodness. This was also topic like in the last reading, in the Cancer reading. Very interesting. Okay. So there's a ritual that you can do with rocks, with quartzes, and there's also a reflection, respecting wisdom. Oh God, this is so interesting. One of the reflection questions is, what judgments do you have around your own aging? And then there are more. I'll post them over on Patreon for your convenience if you want to have a look at this. Oh my God, this is so interesting. And then we have believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas. There's nothing to fear. You're constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you are flexible. And retain an open heart and mind. Believe all is possible. Actually, this goes right here. I love the color of it. There's like this purple kind of like crown chakra kind of a color. And we're going to have a look into, and the question that I also posted and asked before, you know, as I was pre-shuffling your cards, is what do we need to know about the energies of this new moon? How do we best work with those energies? And what is yet to come? So let's see what's in the cards for us. Karma. Okay. Yeah, definitely something about death and rebirth, right? And like the Celestial Quartz card already suggested, something that was in the making for centuries, really. You were in the making for centuries, really. Being, you know, being reborn again and again and again. And actually the Wise One card is talking about this again. You're going through challenges again and again and again in every lifetime. But then there's also joy, you know, great joy that these brings also, not just, you know, the hard work that comes with this, or that comes with, you know, the challenge or the responsibility with being a light worker, but there's also, you know, the great enjoyance of being a light worker. Do we talk about that at all? Like, can we enjoy that a bit more? That it's not just, you know, a task. Much like this Virgo full moon may ask that of you too, right? Because the energies can overwhelm us a little bit, I feel. Um, yeah, when it comes to, you know, being really like the adult self, being very organized, knowing where we're going, you know, having that 5 year, 10 year plan, you know, doing things very structured. But then there's also the other element that wants to come in. It's almost like what I just saw is like a fairy coming in, or like a deva, just like coming in, messing things up a bit, but on purpose, not to make you mad. But it's kind of like a mischievous kind of an energy. But it's rather like to remind you, look, there's other things too, like over here, and this may have been a challenge for you too. To not be so serious, to not take things so serious, but really to enjoy life too. There's this whole other side too that this new moon may ask of you to explore it. And it may be something that you have never done before, that you've never even considered or haven't allowed yourself, because it would mean expressing a side of yourself that has been rather suppressed. But this is coming up and I love it. Yes, let it come up, please, because it is teaching you so much, but in the best sense, in the most fun way you can imagine. I really love it. And the scales are being balanced here. Oh yeah, woohoo! We have healing. You know, oh my god, star card. This is beautiful. This is Aquarian energy. And this is, there's a lot of feminine energy. Like I said, I saw like a fairy come in, or like a deva come in, like very mischievous, but in the most awesome sense, divine feminine, like very feminine energies, very watery energies too. Yeah, they're just drawing my eye to the woman that's crawling here on the floor. You may have encountered like great hardship within your life. Okay, I need to say it because it's coming through. Some of you may have, you know, ended your life in another lifetime because it was so hard. But this lifetime you won't. This lifetime you won't. It's different. It's a different thing, and you have more strength. You have more resilience to push through because you've learned so much from it. And there was a past life review for someone who really overcame this, and you know, who saw in the past life review what they could have done to prevent this from happening, right? Because you are ultimately, when you're leaving here, you're then in the next lifetime presented with the same stuff. It's also something that my guides made very clear to me. You know, like when someone, for example, when someone is doing really bad stuff and they're, you know, in the death cell in prison, and they're then murdered themselves, it's like it doesn't make them better or different. It just, you know, puts an end to this cycle. But then the next lifetime, that cycle has to be repeated, and they have to work through those energies. So it would be much more favorable if in prisons, for example, which is probably not something that they want to do because they don't really, in my opinion, want to, you know, actually make people functioning members of society. But there are other reasons behind that too, I believe. So it's like rehabilitation that needs to happen, you know, therapy that needs to happen, art classes that need to happen, all the things that would be very beneficial for this situation, you know, for it to actually happen, for it to actually be better this time around. But for you, somehow that did happen this lifetime. Either you were able to then, you know, heal yourself to a tremendous part, what I'm seeing here, to free yourself from past trauma and also from past karmic relationships, I want to say here, also past karmic jobs. You may have been in the same cycle when it comes to your jobs, or in the same relationship dynamics, but you're breaking free from that, or you have broken free from it, is what I'm seeing here. By the way, we're going to include, not exclude, but include your extended here along with your healing chanting, is what I was just been given. Wow, there are lots of cards. This one, yes. No. This one, yes. Oh my god, that's interesting. Okay, so we have illusion with the moon. This is our third major arcana card here that we have. This is so, okay, it's becoming really interesting. And then you have the four of swords here, which is going, you know, internally, and you know, listening to yourself, but yourself exclusively. That doesn't mean being ignorant to other opinions. That's not it. It's rather, you know, really feeling into yourself here. I love it. But look at this culmination of celestial energies here. Do you see this? There's a lot of moon energy. Like, this is really coming in strong. There's a lot of star energy, a lot of blue energy. Blue light is what they're giving me. So there could be, you know, a connection to the Arcturians for some of you. Blue light, white diamond light is what they're giving me. So there's a good chance that this is increased right now at the time that you're seeing it, and for the next couple of weeks coming, couple of months even. And also again with that other color, with that deep purple light, same thing. Now with the illusion, with the moon card, it's like seeing something that you haven't seen before. Internally also, like the internal masculine is noticing something about themselves, about their behavior that held back the feminine, even hurt the internal divine feminine. Yeah. Interesting. This is coming back to the root person for some reason right now, or to whoever has wronged you. There's going to be a greater understanding that is coming in the higher view of things. Maybe they could have used something really badly in that moment and didn't get it. They expected you to provide it for them, but they didn't get it. But there's a lesson in that for them as well. But the moment you realize this, it's so much easier, you know, to let it go, to let go of any blaming activity, because it's just like, yeah, I get it, still don't want you here right now, because you don't seem to be at that place that you are getting it. So yeah, but that's up to you. Like, you be the judge of that, who this denotes to in your life, and how you want to deal with them, because that's again a learning lesson here for them and for you. And then with the Four of Swords, again, like I said, it doesn't matter so much what anyone says, like, about you, how you're handling things, what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're living your life, basically. You seem to be letting go of this, or a lot of it. It's just like, no, this is my life. You cannot tell me how I'm supposed to live my life. And there's great healing in this, great freedom in this as well. And this is also like being yourself, very much yourself, you know, showing your true self to the world a lot more, or like a different side of yourself to the world a lot more. I love it. Just dive into it. There are so many possibilities and opportunities for you to show like a different side of yourself that not even you may have been expecting was there, or not have been expecting that this is so fun, you know, this side of yourself. And there's a good chance that this was suppressed. Yeah. Trust your path is your card. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? What would you do if you knew you were supported? Or another question here could also be, what would you do if you knew you only had a week to live? I know this is really like, in the sense of, you know, it's good to go there with your mind a little bit, I feel, every once in a while, to be like, to be very clear, because all the bullshit is then dropping away completely. It's just like, what is it that you really want? Like, if you only had a week to live, what would you do? And it will become very clear all of a sudden what that thing is, and who you would like to spend that time with. Like, it's very clear. You're not fussing around anymore, right? If there's only a week to live, you're not fussing around. You're not, you know, being overly polite to someone that you never really liked in the first place, or, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even give 10 minutes to a person that you're not really aligned with within that week, because your time is too precious. And that's what they're reminding you of here, definitely. And this is what I feel you're stepping into anyways. Just like now, of course, they've given you the not compromised, it's like the squished together kind of a version, but it really explains like the whole situation, so you can see it on a smaller scale, so you can apply it to the bigger scale, to your life, and how you're choosing to live your life as you go forward. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Let me check that out for you. 54. The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you cannot go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they're waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one step, one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. And this is such a true and very important aspect to this journey, I feel. To really teach you also to have faith, to have trust that it will turn out, but even better than you thought. And this is an interesting thing that happens when you really fall into that state of trust. Wasn't that Gemini also? Totally falling into that path, right? Because it does turn out even better than you thought. But for that, you need to let go. You need to surrender. You need to have have a direction that you're going in. But at some stage on the spiritual journey, you would have to let go. You would have to let go and let God. And this is, I believe, what's happening here right now for us with this new moon in Virgo. It's like, yes, you need to be, have that plan and do this and that. And Spirit is also going to ask that of you in the beginning of the journey, maybe, right? And then ask you to completely overthrow those plans and to trust and to step away from an rather unhealthy masculine way of living to integrating the feminine part of it, which is the flow state, a lot more. And then for those two to then come back together again as they're both a lot more healed, and then they're going the circle again, masculine, feminine, and then they're coming together again, and until they can really be reunited again, right? Also internally, like within yourself. So hang on. Use your heart. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they're waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. Oh, sorry, we had that. Sorry. Huh. Ah. Things are not working out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. If you knew you would be supported, that question again, no matter what would you do? Yeah, and we're going to keep shuffling with the Gateway of Light activation by Carl Gray. What do we need to know, Spirit? Ugh. Okay, more blue light. Some of you feel connected to the Pleiades. Yeah. Oh. Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission. We have wisdom again. That's like 3 times. Earth intelligence. I love this. Again. Wow. Definitely watch Cancer if this resonates with you. There's a whole lot in the Cancer reading. Gaia Gateway. Where are you? That's not it. Okay, I can't find it. That's odd. I usually always find it immediately in there. But I have something on my mind that I couldn't quite let go, apparently. 73. Here we go. Keeps popping up in the reading. That's the thing. When you do an energy work and you, for example, have just encountered a rude person, what happens then if you're not fully like out of those energies? It may drag into your energy work, so be mindful of that. Okay. Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. The Gaia Gateway is the chakra that connects us directly with the mind and intelligence of Mother Earth. This chakra is not very well known, but is now being acknowledged as one of the key energetic spaces we can connect with to activate the ascension process. For many years, ascension has been thought of as moving beyond the limitations of the body and transcending the physical realm. But it is in fact the process of being present in the body in full awareness of the spirit within. I love this. Yeah, being present in your body with the full awareness of the spirit within. Love it. You know, being grounded, very grounded on this earthly plane, but also being highly connected to the skies. I think that's where it's at, especially like in the human experience. The Gaia Gateway is found below our feet under the Earth Star Chakra, but when we're connecting to it, it's best to imagine it in the center of the Earth. The best way to describe it is as a wormhole or portal in the center of the Earth that allows us to connect directly with the non-physical intelligence of Gaia, the spiritual presence of planet Earth. The Earth is a highly spiritual, intelligent, aware being. She has lived through many challenges and experiences that have led her to where she is today. No matter what has served up to her or how many of us have mistreated her, she has found a way to survive and thrive. There's a connection ritual that I will, attach. Will I attach that one? Yeah, and post it over on Patreon if you're interested. Yes. Your message is sometimes it is not our role to know how everything will unfold. Haha. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. Exactly. The wisdom of Gaia is with you at this time, and you can enjoy the natural expansion that is taking place. You may have a tendency to go traveling and look to the stars for answers, but realize that the planet you call home has much to offer too. You have chosen to be here. This may not be easy to accept, especially if your current reality is a harsh one, but your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she is facing at this time. Learn from her strength. Learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home. Love this. Okay, and then one last guardian angel card for you here. Okay. Prayer. Okay. We had Archangel Michael come in strongly in the Cancer reading, just so you know. And there's 4 prayer cards in this whole entire deck. Dear Guardian Angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. Also, again, like we have that color scheme. It's beautiful here. If you want to have a look at the cards, check out the YouTube community tab. I'll always post them over there. Maybe you'll get additional messages as you will check that out. All right, my friends, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel in means of subscribing, means of liking, commenting. Oh God, the cat. And yeah, if you feel like you want to donate to the channel, there are links down below to my PayPal. You can also, of course, support by joining Patreon. It starts from $2 up if you feel you've gotten something out of it and wish to support. All right, I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, my friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Ramaya